upon the subway train, get crushed by the large window pane. So while your dad is witness to the mobile infantry and live. Dumb ways to die, so many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Get fed up.
Last Frontier. The video I posted before was taped about 2 weeks ago. And I've played the game a couple times between then and now, literally two. And I'm having trouble figuring out how to capture it. So we'll go over basically the turn sequence, which is all right here. The humans act, then the aliens act, then there's an orbit phase if you're in the exploration phase. Basically the phases are exploration if there's no aliens on the board. Combat if there are. If you're in combat, there's no orbit phase, which means orbit doesn't degrade, but you also lose out on a couple different actions. And there's a discovery phase for when people are in new corridors, new rooms, basically what the game refers to as spaces. So the Space Marines start off in their shuttle. They're going to explore the spaceship and its outer ring, searching for crew members and trying not to die. There's going to be a lot of death, and we will enter that death now. In each space, 4 Marines can be in it. The Marines have special abilities such as Mechanic, who can repair things in the mechanic shop, the Medic, who can heal people with his medication, pilots, if no pilots are left, everyone on board dies because they can't pilot a ship off, hackers, who can hack, and these bad mamma jammas with the plasma guns. During the human action phase, people can do as many actions as they want. However, they can only do them in spaces they pretty much already are in. You can open one door during the action phase. Alien action phase doesn't take place since there are no aliens on the board. The orbit phase you can deploy, which gives you in here 2 movement. I need to make sure I have the hacker with me. Should have done that before. So the hacker's going to come up here, and these guys are going to stay right here. This drops. We have the deployment during the exploration phase. We roll on the discovery phase chart. This will be an ambush roll. The difference between ambush is ambush takes place in corridors or already explored rooms. If you go back into them, nothing happens. So we are still in a human action phase, so we can move as much as we want within here. These guys could go this way if they want, which maybe they will. These guys, yeah, they can move in here. And we go to the alien action phase, which doesn't happen. Orbit phase, this drops. Now we deploy, we open the door, go in, open the door, go in, open the door, go in, open the door, go in. These guys were able to enter here because that space was already explored and occupied. So during free action you can do that. It takes a deployment action to get in there when it's not occupied. We will do exploration or discovery this way. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. This is probably the best start you could ask for. That was discovery. Back on a human action phase. They will move. Oh, we didn't need to check for this because it's an airlock. You can enter an airlock on the action phase, but not any other space. These guys will move down here. Actually, they can enter here. So we want to leave 2 guys in here so that this corridor is still occupied, so that when they come out, and maybe we'll stack these guys up here. Alien action phase, orbit phase, orbit depletes. This actually, the manifest is hacked for free since the hacker's there in the command pod. It cannot fail. So that's been hacked, and then we need to spend another turn to see what's in it. These guys will deploy. These guys will deploy. We'll roll for what happens there. 2. So this is an ambush. 3 shits are drawn and only aliens are kept. Ooh, insane crew. During the ambush, events don't take place. Now we have 2 hostiles, an insane crew. We roll for placement. We'll roll for the insane crew first. 2 stacked with a random human unit, and 1d6 away. So he's all up in their grill, and that's 1 away. So now we see if the humans are surprised. They are not. That's a 5. Roll for the discovery there. That's another ambush. I always get ambushed in engineering. We have 2 hostiles. Predator. I haven't seen that one yet. We roll for placement on those guys. We'll do the Predator first. It's 1d6 away. He is as far as can be. He is on top of them. Roll for surprise. That's going to be a surprise. They were ambushed by that guy. There are 4 humans in the space with 1 alien. It needs a 6 to attack. Five. There's a door in the space, so that's a +1. So that's a 6. So it attacks. We roll on the claws against armor. 4. He's just attacking whoever's on top. They are down. We mark them as such. So the down works, you have to see how that guy's doing, and then they're either seriously wounded or dead. And that's the discovery phase. So that continues until all of your Space Marines are dead. Or so it seems. It's either that or until the orbital decay runs out, or supposedly you can find all of the crew members and get off this boat via the escape pods. If aliens are discovered, they will attack. And when they attack, they will kill. When the Marines experience death around them, they have to see if they panic. And the aliens still try to kill them. Sometimes the wounds aren't bad enough to kill, but they will knock you out. If on their turn aliens are alone, they fade back into the blackness. Slowly but surely, your explorations will find evidence that accounts for dead crew members, and possibly helper robots that may go bad. There's supposedly living crew still on board, but I've yet to come across any. Sometimes even the computer is against you. But sometimes you find recon bots. And slowly you start to see your crew die, one by one, taken by the aliens. And before long, your Marines realize that even with the crew they've accounted for, and the Marines they have left, it just isn't enough. Especially when both of your pilots are dead and you can't get off this barge. And then it's game over. Game over, man. Game over.